Go.
In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you all the striking techniques I know as of 2025. So first I'll start off with knees and elbows. The first one, just a normal elbow. You kind of like you're doing a hook, but instead of hitting them with your fist, hit them with your elbow. Your elbow is one of the most strong parts of your body, same with your knee. So that's why these are really good. The one thing though, in MMA, it's banned to do this, like slam down. I think it's 12-6. Because they saw the karate people smashing concrete with it, and they thought it was too dangerous. The next one is the knee. This one is very good for like when you're in a clinch. Like in a clinch, you can use the body to the head. And once again, it's one of the strongest parts of your body, so it's extremely good. So now we'll do punches. First punch is just a jab. You, with your front hand, take a step and punch through straight. And while bending over so that if they punch you back, they miss while you hit them. Alright, next is going to be the cross. With your back hand, this is more of a power. So it's a straight like that. You want to turn your back foot from facing there to facing there. And move your hips to get more power. And there are some basic, like you could do jab, jab, cross. You can like disguise, and you can throw punches at their head even if it doesn't hit to disguise the cross. So the backhand punches are usually the more powerful ones. Next one is a hook. I like this one a lot. It's like that or like that. It's a rounded strike. So with for the back, you're gonna same as the cross, like same movement. Just you don't go straight, you go around. And for the lead, you kind of, I think you move your legs a little bit to the right, which is the way you're punching. If you're southpaw, you'll do it to the left. So next is the gazelle punch. This one, you take a step, it looks like this. What you're trying to target is with your left hand is their right side, which is the liver. The liver is once you get hit there, it's very hard to fight if you hit it in the perfect place. Nate Diaz once got dropped in one punch by it, which was surprising because he was a very good fighter. So the next is an uppercut. This one, you once again move for a back uppercut, a normal uppercut. You move your hip and your leg so that your toes are facing your opponent and then go up. So hook is around, across is straight, uppercut is up. You can do it with your lead as well, but I haven't. That one's not as good for me. Next is an overhand. This is a very powerful strike, but most of the times it takes a lot of energy, so you don't want to throw a punch like that, because you'll probably hurt yourself and lose stamina. So you want to, while the uppercut goes up and you go around the street, this one you want to go down. It usually can go over the block and hit them around like the top of their head. So that's the same movement it's the same movement as the cross uppercut. You just go up and then down instead of down and then up. So next I wanted to talk about is some combinations. You could do jab, jab, cross, hook, hook. You could do cross, uppercut, jab. You can do, you could do jab, punch, gazelle, punch. So those are the punches. So the next is your kicks. So the first kick is probably the most basic. It's a front kick. It can be effective, but it's not the best option. There's better options out there. You put your knee up facing them and then kick it up. Very simple. Next is the roundhouse kick. This is another easy one, but can be extremely effective. You want to chamber up. When I mean chamber, this is what I mean. And then kick to the side. So the next is a question mark kick. It's almost the same as a roundhouse, but with a fake in the beginning. I like using this a lot. You go down, fake, front kick, fake, and then you chamber up and do a roundhouse. So it looks like this. So I've won a lot of points with it, and I find it's extremely good. Next is a hook kick. This you chamber up, but instead of going right to their left, you go right to their right. You want to hit with your heel or the ball of your foot to do the most damage. Next is a spinning hook kick. So this one, your front leg turns back, so the ball of your foot faces your opponent. You move your hip and your head from facing them to behind. You want to always keep your eyes on the opponent. So watch, I keep my eyes on the opponent. And with your back leg, you do a hook. That one I'm not the best at, so that's why I lost balance, but it can be very effective when mastered. So the next is a back kick. I meant to do this one in my kicking video, but my cameraman had to go. So the reason this is a very good kick is because the number one self-defense tip is to run. You can punch them a little bit, but then run. Because most people have a weapon or a group of friends that can jump you. So if you try to punch, even if they don't know how to fight, most of the times there will be like 4 or 5 people who will all jump you at once, and it's hard to win a fight like that. So you want to, if your back is facing them, there's something in wrestling called a horse kick, where whenever you're being grabbed, like for a single or double leg, you kick back to lose the grip. It's the same motion where you bring it up and back, like that. It's the same motion, just instead of going away for them to lose the grip, you're going into them instead of away from them. Okay, so next is a leg kick. This one I made a video about not headhunting, but it's very important to use leg kicks because if your opponent can't stand, that means they can't fight. So if you hurt your leg, you can force a TKO or a technical knockout, which will win you the fight. So leg kicks is pretty much a roundhouse kick, but to their leg. You want to hit the back of the leg because the knee is extremely hard. So if you hit it with the wrong part of your leg, it will hurt a lot. So whenever you're kicking, you don't want to hit with your toes or the foot because you will break either your toes or your foot. You want to hit with more of your ankle to your, I think it's called the femur. Yeah, the shin. The femur. So it's a very hard part of your body, and it will do the most damage. There's one more. I don't know if this is the most effective, but in the UFC video games it is. It's Daniel LaRusso's crane kick. In Karate Kid, he did this and to win against Johnny Lawrence. But in a real fight, you're not gonna go like this because they can shoot single leg on you. They can pretty much any grappling will beat that because here it's hard to balance on one leg and kick at the same time. So for a crane kick, it's pretty much similar to a front kick. You jump. That it's used mostly as a counter. So if they're running towards you about to throw a punch or a kick, you can do that for a lot of power quickly. I have one more kick and one more strike to show you. This one is called the side kick. So you kind of want to chamber like you would throw a roundhouse or a hook, but instead of going to the sides, you go right through them. So you want to strike with the ball of your foot and strike right through the target. Whenever you're in a fight, if you want to knock out your opponent with hook kicks or like hook kicks, the most important thing, not most important, but for points, hit with the bottom of your foot. For a knockout, hit with the ball of your foot. That's where the bone is. It's very strong. So that will do the most damage. One more, I'm not the best at this, but I can try it. It's called the spinning back kick. I think you do the same as a spinning hook kick. But instead of doing a hook kick, you back kick. So once again, you turn your leading foot so that the ball of your foot faces the opponent. You turn, keep your eye on the opponent, and then kick back. So it's a bit of a mix between a back kick and a spinning hook kick. I'm trying to see, did I miss any? I don't think so, but I have one more tip for you guys, and then I have a shout out that I'd like to say. So, excuse me for this, but I think his name was like Football Boy. I'm not very good at remembering names, but I want to thank him for the appreciation, and I want to thank all of my fans. So the last thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is like the place that hurts the most. So if you want to hurt them the most, the gazelle punch or just a hook is extremely strong because the right side of their body, the liver, it hurts like crazy. So I've been hit there once. It's not a fun experience. So if you really try to get a knockout or a technical knockout, go right for here. And the reason we plan to do this for a gazelle punch, because if you try to go low, they will probably try to punch you before you can. So if you just do that, you'll get punched in the face because you're putting your guard down. They're right here. If you're trying to knock someone out with a punch or a kick, the jaw, the chin, and the temple is how you really knock someone out. It doesn't have to be strong, as long as it's a good placement. The jaw, like hooks, and the temple for hooks, and an uppercut to the chin can knock them out really fast. So that's all for today's video. I covered all the striking techniques that I know. So I might later in the week or month, post a wrestling takedowns, all that I know in wrestling. But for now, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video.